always the same. Social media, political games. They say that we progressed, but nothing has changed. Can you see the light in the heaven? It's time to love again. Peace will win in the end. No more fear or hate. Now we see the truth. It's a big world, every world. It's a world. Reality or fantasy? Fantasy or reality? It's time to love again. Peace will win in the end. No more fear or hate. Now we see the truth. It's a big world, every world.
Hey, this is Jimmy Jive, and you're listening to Motor City Rock Talk. Today, my guest is an extremely talented guitar player and lead vocalist for the band Kougaran, who's been around for quite a number of years, have several releases out on Spotify, full-length album called Fight for Your Life, singles Judas, Fake World, Revolution, Raise Us Higher, and their most latest that came out in 2025, Raise Up by the Enemy. So today my guest is Niko Puzio. Hey Niko, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. All right, let's start out with a little background on yourself. Tell me a little bit about where you're from originally and maybe some of the bands or artists that may have influenced your tastes and interests.
I'm from the area, the local metro area. I've been playing guitar for about 25 years.
Wow.
In 2011 to about 2016, I went and got my music degree at Columbia College, Chicago. While I was building the band, from square one, playing 20, 30 kids sober shows because we're underage to all the way up where what we do now.
Okay. And like I said, were there any particular bands or guitarists that influenced you growing up?
Yeah, there were quite a few, but some notable guys. Jimmy Page was the big one for me. And then after that, I listened to some Van Halen, and the rest of the 70s and 80s bands just opened up. I just really liked the musicianship from those decades. So it just spiraled into a rabbit hole to where now I'm sitting listening to Deep Tracks by Uriah Heep. But as far as modern bands, like over the last 2026, okay. As far as modern bands over the last 20 years that exist or don't, I really dig the super group that Slash made, Velvet Revolver. I also, a little bit on the harder side, I do like Volbeat a lot. They're a pretty prolific modern band with the way, just the overall writing, harmonies and everything, they were really good.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get right into it. The band Kougaran. When exactly did the band start, and where was the band out of? What location, what area?
Well, unofficially, as a basement kind of end of high school, beginning of college thing, 2010. Now, it became a legit thing was when we were starting to get paid to do it, like
Right.
around 2012, 2013. Like, even if it was like $50 or whatever, like
Sure.
the minute they pay you money after playing is when you start taking it serious. Even if it's like 50 to $100 at like 19, 20 years old, that turns into half a grand, $750 of a grand, turns into that as you grow. But we did it slow. We didn't put all of our stuff up on Spotify right away or Apple or anything like that right away. We did it underground. You know, we made rough CDs, and at the time there was Reverb Nation, so if people wanted to hear us online, there was that. It wasn't until, you know, we leveled up a bit after opening for so many different bands, and some of them becoming friends of ours, just getting more into the actual game of it.
And what were some of the clubs that you guys were like started out in back at the beginning?
In the very, very beginning, like, well, some of these clubs don't exist anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, you know, for those who remember, there was the High Octane Lounge in Romeo. Like, we're talking very, very, very before, like, the Diesel and the Token and all that. But there was the High Octane Lounge where Motor Cafe is now. It used to be that reincarnated New York, New York. And there are just kind of a couple outskirt spot like that or they give young bands a shot. Like, the game started changing when we actually got into Diesel and opened for Steelheart, like in 2013, 2014, something like that. And that's when floodgates kind of started opening a little bit more. The band started to get pretty good, pretty serious, just one after another after another. And then there was another small little pub, because at that point we could play earlier times at like smaller stuff like that. The Detroit pub, and that was a great little room, cut teeth. You get 30, 40 people in there drinking. That's a good night. It was cool.
Yeah.
You know, literally building up from the little place, getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where do the Diesel. Just did Rock and Brews last week. We've done Marysville Summerfest a couple times, Arts, Beats, and Eats. We've played up at the Vault. We've played at Machine Shop. We've played at District 142. I mean, played all the big suspects besides like St. Andrews, but we've played the Shelter. You know, besides the super big suspects of the large theaters, we've done the outdoor festivals all the way through to the smaller theaters and bigger bars.
Now, you had mentioned the Token Lounge a minute ago. Have you guys played there at all? Anything on the west side?
Not in a long time. Ideally, we'd love to play all over Metro Detroit, but there's that 45-minute drive time. If you're trying to pull people from, let's say, north of Mount Clemens, all the way to Redford or downriver, and they aren't diehards, that's a big ask, especially with the way drinks are priced nowadays, gas, and even how stringent driving laws are.
Absolutely.
Or on how lawless people drive nowadays. So it's a lot of things for people to factor to drive that far. It's tough to get out there because we've done it before. We've had all right times playing on that side of town, but then there are times where we're like, man, people knew we were playing, but they were a day late. So we'd like to get out that way more, but I mean, it's just a means of the right timing and energy of it.
Now, I noticed that on the first album, Fight for Your Life, you guys were a 3-piece power trio. Is the band now a 4-member band?
Yes.
Okay, so I imagine you added another guitarist, right?
Yeah. It's funny because before that, it was a 4-piece, but it was just hard to find a decent rhythm guitar player that wanted to play rhythm, but I mean, all facets of a rhythm guitar player. One thinks it's just chugging on power chords. Like, no. There could be some double lead lines or guitar harmonies that need to be done. Or I might be doing a simplistic lead line, but I need the foundation held down. The rhythm guitar job is just as complicated as the lead guitar job. It just depends on what role you like.
Right.
Just took a while to find a guy who kind of gets that. And this guy's fantastic.
The reason I asked that specifically is I noticed on that first album, I mean, the songs are great. I mean, you got some awesome hooks. The vocals, everything are really, really strong and really cool. But the only thing that kind of caught me a little off guard was when you would go into a, like I say, it's building up, it's strong, it's this. But when you would go into a solo, everything dropped off. Now, I know it's a 3-piece. When you're playing live, it's pretty much all you can do. Was there ever any thought of, at that point, yourself putting in a double track, fill it up a little bit?
I thought about doing the Jimmy Page guitar layer thing, but at that time, my mindset was I want it to be authentic as it is on the stage.
Right. So more
That
like a
was
Van Halen type of thing, how they would have done it.
That was my thought at process
Right.
at the time. Now, in retrospect, I thought, okay, you know what? I could have done the Jimmy Page thing and threw in a rhythm track to balance the compositions.
Mm-hmm.
But, a lot of people complain about backtrack and all that kind of stuff nowadays. I was just like, let's just keep it real.
That makes total sense. But now, as being a 4-piece band, do you do the same thing? Does he cut out, or does he play some kind of rhythm track when you're playing like that?
Every part has a purpose, and they're like, in short, yeah, there's going to be a lot more guitar work, and it's going to be awesome. Like, it's going to be like the thing that's, yes, you're going to hear a lot of unison guitar stuff, which is going to be super cool. Like, having that fourth member back, like, because it's going to have some pretty sick stuff. We're working on some new material right now. We're all kind of on the edge of our seat to get the whole the real recording process started on it, because we got all the production demos on our DAWs or digital audio workstations, and we got them all tracked out, but when we go into the studio, we'll send those to our producer, and then when we go in, we'll have a game plan, but we'll just do it all analog.
Very cool.
Everything minus DAW, but as far as preamp, the pressers, the EQs, the mixing console, the external stuff, we do it all pretty legit.
Now, speaking of that album and the recordings of it, what studio was it recorded in, or was it a home studio?
Now, that one we did in Detroit. We actually spent a whole weekend there and recorded it at Harmony Park.
Okay.
The guy that recorded us just finished training under the Pastoria's self, and he was the first dude that demoed that back in the day. And he has his own project studio. I'll say project studio because it's way more than a home. It's way more advanced of a setup than a home studio.
Okay.
It's a project.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy put the love and work to it. We went to 24/7D/Soundman Production, my friend Paul Morris. He's known to do work with some local 4 people and some of the Motown cats that are still in town. He's a quiet one, but he does really good work, and he really pulls the art out of you.
Mm.
And we did it all there. We live tracked it. It was really cool.
Now, when you say underground album, was there something that you guys recorded for the album?
We put out 2 underground EPs just for our high school, college buddies, that kind of thing.
Sure. So it was never released, in other words.
No, not like that in that sense. No, what we were doing is literally grass.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At that time, at that college kid level, that high school college kid level, before all the tech we have now, back in 2011,
I see.
2012,
Okay.
2013, like Spotify was birthing at that point.
Right, of course.
CDs, you could still make them at home. So it was really the old school, like, grassroots, like, underground. Don't put it up on the internet unless you want to get it stolen. It was that kind of thing.
Now, any of those songs that you did at that time on this unreleased underground type thing, do you guys perform any of those songs at all anymore?
If we see our older fans there, like some of our OGs, yes. But if not, well, they aren't going to know them.
Right.
We've actually talked about it, current lineup, There's some old tunes that they thought would be kind of cool to redo and re-record. And I'm like, well, let me make a couple phone calls. There could be a couple that we could greenlight. Because, they were never officially put up on Spotify or anything like that. So,
it'd be kind of cool maybe to add one of those to maybe a new album coming out.
That's the train of thought.
Yeah, and redo them or something, because obviously from the time you recorded them to now, the technology is so much better. You could make them big and all that as far as all your other stuff.
Absolutely. It'll give those songs a official second life.
Now, you had mentioned that you guys are working on some new material.
We've probably got like 4 EPs worth.
Okay. Now, are you planning on putting out a new album soon, or when might we see something like that?
The biggest hurdle, for the fans that are listening, waiting in anticipation, first of all, I gotta apologize to you guys. With band lineup changes, it's been kind of difficult because we get the new guys in, then the venues swarm us with all the gig opportunities and invites, so we get them all caught up for the live shows and everything and all that. And so, because we've got songs finished and ready to go, but now with the new tastes, we're making tweaks to even those songs and even throwing in some new material with that. So there's a lot of cool stuff compiling. It's just all kind of like snowballing while tripping over itself at the same time. So there is music coming. Like, I was talking with Guitar Player, and we're going to edit a couple things on a single that we wanted to release in the spring. But that'll come out, and we've got a bunch of stuff coming. It's just a matter of settling down for a sec.
Getting everybody together. Will any of these singles that you put out, will any of those be on a new album, or are you just leaving them out as singles?
Well, Revolution, Fake World, Raise Us Higher, they're all tied to the Raise Us Higher EP. Ran by the Enemy is its own single, but this next single is going to be like the happy flip side of that coin.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there will be, a little bit of a yin-yang effect with when we drop the second single, and then we got a whole nother E coming, and when we get that recorded, there'll be another single coming from that.
Okay.
So
now, these singles that obviously came out, might have been old, and you guys put them together and put them out. Were those recorded at the same studio that you did the album Fight for Your Life?
No, that was done in L.A.
Really? Where in L.A.?
Up in Eagle Rock.
Awesome. The Fight for Your Life album is an awesome album. Like I said, I really like the hooks and the melodies, and your guitar playing is top notch. But the production value, especially on this newer one, Run by the Enemy, is just like next level.
Well, it's funny because Ran by the Enemy, we did after the LA sessions, and we did it at Paul's studio.
Oh, really? Wow.
That's the funny part. So what's going on is what everyone is hearing is literally just a level up over the years. Constantly pushing the ante up, because our producer out in LA, he's wonderful. And what's great is both the studios in Detroit in LA, what's great is we got this whole flow going on. Depending on the economy and the budgets and everything, regardless, we're establishing a standard with our sound.
Right.
That there will be a standard regardless of which studio or whatever. Quality will be the same. It's just now we actually work with our friends and have options and not getting scammed. Actually, literally, brother to brother working together,
Mm-hmm. Does the band have management? Are you managed by someone?
Yeah, I'm one of them. The main business manager is Jay, and then there's an assistant manager, my lady friend, Kirsty. She handles more of the social media, correspondence, that kind of stuff, photography and, media. Jay handles the more businessy discussions for those who kind of want to try us on a little bit. And I'm there, too. It's just extra reassurance.
Right. It's sounds like a lot of work, too.
It is, because you got a lot of people, that would want to take people like us for a ride. And it helps having some business history with Bittersweet Alley, being on their business team. So that helps.
You guys were connected with Bittersweet Alley?
Yeah, Jay is. He did public relations for him back in the day, in the early upswing with the Some Like It Hot era.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. That's really, really cool. Now, I thought I'd read somewhere that you guys toured with some national acts, or at least played some gigs outside of Michigan. Is that true? And who are these acts?
Oh, yeah. We've played in Nashville a couple times. Small little rock bar that doesn't exist anymore, that used to be in East Nashville, called Daisy Dukes. It was cool. We went and played at the legendary Dobbs with Autograph out in Philadelphia. That was really fun. We played in Chicago. And, yeah, that's been about it so far. And we were actually going to triangulate that, and then the venues closed up. So, I mean, like, you know, we're always planning on cooking and doing more, but it's tough to find people that you can do mutual business with and then try to triangulate that and actually make something out of it. Because it's, you know, depending on the attitudes and depending on the crowds, it's a one and done, or we could continue. Rather continue than one and done, but...
Sure, of course. Now, having been out in, you know, California, LA area and all that, doing those recordings, did you guys play anywhere out there at that time?
Well, certainly talked about it. We got a couple ins. I'm not going to say where, but we've got a couple in opportunities that with the right marketing and promotion, because we're always trying to put our music out everywhere. When we reach that magic number in LA, we'll come out there.
But you guys didn't play out there when you were out there doing the recordings? Okay.
No. My rule is if you can't bring 50 people out there, then don't do it. Because 50, 60 is a nice golden number, you know, because there's places out there that are only hold 100 people. And then anything bigger than that, well, that's going to take a little work.
Yeah, like the whiskey or something, yeah.
You got to plan it right. You got to coordinate with the bookers out there. You got to coordinate with the venues out there and any local DJs or anybody out there, and you got to triangulate it with your fans,
sure,
you know, and build it out there. Because what would be disappointing is Detroit band comes out to LA and there's not even 50 people there, and
you would have to get something that push it forward or advertise it or something to get that kind of draw, I would imagine.
We got fans out there. Believe me, we do. I just want to make sure that we 3 or 4 times that amount before we try to make any physical plans out there, because I wouldn't want to disappoint any early birders that do want to come out.
Sure.
We want them to come out to a pretty fun, pretty packed crowd, not elbow to elbow. We all know that sucks, especially if you're not having a good day.
Right.
You know, but I would say comfortably packed to where you could walk around, get a beer, but look around and go, dang, there's people here.
Yeah.
At our shows, we want to make our fans as most comfortable as possible.
Well, absolutely. You know, that way they're going to pay more attention to you and they're going to have a good time and remember it. Now, as far as that
it's about them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Them, really.
Without them, you're nowhere. With that first album, Fight for Your Life, was that ever released in any kind of way as a physical copy?
I did a limited run. I did a limited run of 100, and they all sold.
No, I'm sure they would. Yeah, they're exceptionally, like I say, it's a really strong album. All your stuff is really strong. And I love how the production value has gotten better and better as far as that. Not that wasn't done well, because it was done extremely well. Now, as for what's going on now, are you just kind of on a hiatus? I don't mean hiatus, but as far as recording, are you steadily going in and recording while you're trying to play? I also know you're a guitar instructor, so your time is probably real busy.
It's not a matter of the way the economy's changed, because all these bands are canceling their tours left and right, which means they're losing money. And with that, the original band scene in general, up until recently, because I'm seeing some new people popping up, but it thinned out quite a bit. And with that come non-original bands that fill the slots and pack people.
Tribute bands, yeah.
So with that, couple lineup changes, the gigs not being as abundant as they used to be, it's a little tricky financially when you're doing the quality justice.
Right.
It's a matter of us getting more shows and the fans showing up, and we can get this engine back rolling. Because it's hard to keep it rolling when members drop and bookings shift because of the fad, you know, and timing of it. So I'll honestly tell our fans we're caught in a brief pigeonhole, but we're out of it. Just come on out port, because we got a lot of cool stuff coming.
Right. You mentioned member changes. Have you been going through that since have people dropped out since you went to a 4-member band? How's that changed?
Well, it's the seriousness. I'm not going to go into everyone's specific case or whatever, but everybody had their reasons. And we had a new lineup last year, and we were building all that up. Funny enough, as we got that new lineup, the bookers, well, as the lineup fell through, that's when the bookers swarmed us last. So we got the lineup together and got it together quick and had the whole headlining set done within a month, and the gigs didn't start rolling until the fall of last year. I was pretty livid at that point.
Yeah,
I was like, come on, what, one time we miss you guys and you can't even pick up and respond?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we were building that steam up, and then our previous rhythm guitar player left for unrelated band reasons. He had personal demons going on within him, you know, just with that, the most depressing time of the year and other things. So he left abruptly. We all wish him the best. And it turned out our bass player was a better guitar player. So he moved up guitar, so we were on a hunt for a bass player. And within a week, we found a guy.
Mm-hmm.
A week. And then the next week was mayhem. So
what do you mean by mayhem? Did he quit?
the Detroit Rock City Mayhem show.
Oh,
last
that.
month.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, well, Skoda after that, and then Saginaw a couple weeks after that, and then Royal Oak this last week, and they want us back on, you know, I'm not going to say the date, but they want us back.
Where in Royal Oak is that?
The Rock and Brews venue
Oh,
that
okay.
just opened up.
Wow.
And then we got a couple more gigs at Diesel, so I mean, and then we're up in Flint in July. They turned the heat up.
Right.
You know, so I mean, like, because we're all itching, like, man, we want to get some new music out. We want to get some new music out.
Sure.
But then all these gigs just, and we're just like,
What about
yeah.
Harpo's? Have you guys ever played Harpo's or any interest in Harpo's?
We played there once with our buddies and autograph. Yeah, it was all right.
It's not a place you would really want to go forward and try and get into again. It was so much.
Consider it again. It was smooth. There was just some things that were off, but I get it. It was one of those days. Rock and roll. I'll never say no to an up.
Okay, tell me the names of the current members of the band.
So on guitar, we got Kevin Roddy. On bass, we got Johnny Spark. And then on the drums, we got Steve the Animal McCannon.
And you do all the lead vocals, right? Is that still the case?
Yeah, but we got cool size.
Dual vocals kind of?
Because, well, let me put it this way. The guitarist leads his church choir and the bass player leads his church choir.
Oh, very cool.
It's kind of cool for me because I got people I sing with now, like that can really sing too. So,
Are any of these members you just mentioned from the time of Fight for Your Life?
no, they're gone. Well, the drummer is the original founding drummer that left, but he left because he got into audio school.
Oh, okay.
He got his certification, and he's doing pretty good with all of it. And he's currently building a home or project studio, and he's still drumming on time to time, you know, at his house and everything. And actually, he's still very much involved with the inner workings of the band and the band members. Matter of fact, Steve the Animal McCannon and Gino, they love each other. We were actually all hanging out at the Sentimental Lady last night till like midnight.
If your current drummer, for one reason or other, couldn't make a certain gig or something came up, would that guy fill in for him?
Possibly, because, you know, we're all crack jokes like, dude, you should be our live sound guy. And he's in the loop. The original drummer, my brother, still in the loop, you know, which is cool. Pretty unique, actually. We all get along. We were all literally drinking beer and eating burgers the other day at the pub. The dynamics are really great with everybody.
Now, has any of your music, that album or any of those singles, gotten any type of airplay as far as maybe college, internet, anything like that?
Oh, yeah. We've been played on online radio stations in California, Australia, Florida, the United Kingdom on some podcasts.
Anything local, like in the Michigan area or Detroit?
A few guys up in, we did that Zoom interview.
Oh, yeah. I did see that. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Now, what about, are you interested, are you aware of, WRAF does a homegrown type of...
We've done that.
You did do that? Okay. How long
We've
was
actually
that?
gotten on that a handful of times.
Oh,
Probably
really?
About, I would say, during the Fight for Your Life era, during Urban Jungle, Fight for Your Life, that time.
How was that? Did that go over pretty well in your mind?
Well, It was a Saturday. It was either a Saturday night or Sunday night from 9 till 1 from 10 till 1 in the morning. So I mean, it'll do about as good as anything played at that day.
Sure, but I mean, when you were on there, were other bands on there too, or is it just you that they were highlighting?
There were other bands on there, like they were just highlighting local bands for those weeks. The Motor City Riff or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it is, Motor City Riffs. Do they, after the fact, I know everything's so corporate, after the fact, do they play any of your stuff, like, during the week, at any time?
No,
it's just on that show?
Yeah, everything else is, it's not like how it used to be back in the day. It's all really syndicated. So.
Yeah, corporate owned. I understand that. Well, Niko, it's been great talking to you. I'm going to have to let you go. I'm really glad we finally got to talk, because, I've been trying to hook up with you for over a year and a half. And I really enjoyed talking to you. The band is, like I said, the music is really, really strong. I look forward to anything you got coming out in the future. I'll be definitely keeping an eye out for that. And hopefully I can catch the band out somewhere, down the line, all that. I can't get up to the northern gigs, but I want to come see you guys, because what I hear is just phenomenal.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that a lot.
Well, all right. Well, Niko, like I said, thanks for being on the show. I really appreciate it. And best wishes to you, and much success to you and the band.
Oh, thank you so much for having me on the show, and all the best success and all the blessings for your show, man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Well, Niko, have a good day.
Yeah, have a blessed Sunday, brother.
You too, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that was Niko Puzio, lead guitarist and singer for a very strong band called Kougaran. To date, like I said, they have one album called Fight for Your Life. Very strong album. The songwriting's great. Everything. I can't say enough about it. They've got several singles, and the latest one, which came out last year, is called Ran by the Enemy. You can check their music out on the streaming services like Spotify, Apple, or whatever. And they're working on the new material, as he was saying, and I really look forward to that. Real strong and fresh band in the style that I really like from like the 80s and the early 90s, that kind of thing. Just really strong band. So get a chance, check them out. They're really good. Can't say enough. Hey, that old stereo of yours giving you the blues still? Maybe the receiver's blown channel of the turntable just doesn't work right. Well, you should visit my friends at 7 Grand Audio Service. They've been in business for over 40 years. Located at 25642 7 Mile Road in Northern Renfrew, the owner Dash and his assistant Harry can fix just about anything. Talking about receivers, tape decks, turntables, EQs, power amps, 8-track players, reel-to-reel, and yes, guitar and bass amps. The phone number is 313-533-3635. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 6. Check them out and tell them Jimmy sent you. So with that being said, as I always say, keep rocking.